We good?
We are going.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'd like to welcome you all to the first session of 5th Blade Reckoning. We are rolling into this cancellation campaign, which is just, when do we run? Whenever we can. Now, normally, here is where I would mention what happened last time, or perhaps prompt a recap. There is no recap. We did not play last time.
There was no last time.
Exactly. And those of you who are used to the opening music of AVP may notice this is not the opening music of AVP. This is a mix of the themes for the first and second game because I want it to sound different, but I know that the theme for the first game drives 7 up the wall. So I was hoping this could be a happy little compromise.
Yeah, it's been working. It doesn't have the of the first game.
I don't know what you're talking about with that. Like, we've talked about it, and I don't hear what you're talking about.
No, I get you. It's like scratchy, but like I like it. But I also listen to trash music, so.
I also don't know what Seven's talking about, and typically our ears are attuned to the same wavelength.
The thing is, it works when you're just listening to it, but it's very distracting if you try and use it as background music to me.
Fair enough. But this has enough of the second one in there. Like, it's the dominant one with the first one jumping in on occasion. I think it works.
Mm-hmm. It's smoother.
But it has a distinctly different feel, and it feels a little older, which makes sense because, we're not in 2008 like AVP is. We've jumped back a couple years.
Right. Okay, something that you just heard that in the right ear. That was.
Oh, that.
It's much more pronounced, and it goes higher and is scratchier on the original, and it just prevents me from focusing on anything if it's about.
Is it all right in this one?
Yeah, it's fine. It's way muted, because I noticed it because I was looking out for it to point it out to you guys.
Ah. All right. Well. Anyway, as I was saying, we're not starting in 2008. Whatever. We're jumping back a couple years, because part of this campaign is going to be I'm gonna make you guys wait. I'm not letting you rush through things like AVP. If you want to learn like more than one discipline dot with your XP, you gotta wait a bit. You gotta put work into that. You want to wait for the Prince's decision? Good. Wait a week.
That's it. Okay.
For the reason of AVP moved at an unrealistically quick pace, and it kind of drove me nuts. And when I talked to players about it, everyone's like, "Yeah, why was it going so fast?" I'm like, you 7. 7 was like whipping the campaign. They're going, "Wow, Tan, why is it going by so fast? I feel like it should be slower." I'm like, "Then stop it! You're like spurring the horses over here," and it's like, "Why are you doing that? That's not good for them." We're heading towards a cliff, and someone's like, "No, we're not!" Pulls out the wingsuit. And I'm like, I don't remember giving him that. And it worked, and it's been working, and it's been fun.
And he goes, "No, it's a gift, it's fine."
However, this time I think I'd like to avoid the cliff scenario completely. So 7 keep having cliff fun in AVP, and I can have my sanity in FBR. We are beginning this campaign on September 12th, 2006. It is a Tuesday. I hope you all rolled for your starting amount of blood. You've got blood?
Yeah.
Whoops, I didn't do that. In a second. What am I rolling here?
1d10.
Coolio.
Sucks to be you.
A little bit.
And tonight is an unusual night. For tonight, the fate of Goldthorn, Montana will be changed forever. But most people, I think, will not realize that perhaps for weeks or months to come. I guess it depends on how quickly you guys go completely feral. As we're going to go ahead and pick up a little after midnight, I would say. No, a little before midnight. About 11:30. As you are drawn together, Mr. Maxwell, you step outside of your club for a moment of silence, a few seconds of peace from the noise, the attention. Maybe someone's been annoying you, or maybe you just can't hear yourself think. But as you go outside, something catches your eye and you see it. Lex, you feel something stir and quicken in your blood, a warning given, an answer delivered. You've walked here to get closer to it, whatever it is. And now, with a flash of light, you look up and see. Judge, as you walk the streets patrolling for anyone too out of line, you don't notice anything, not at first. Only when the two people nearby with you on this otherwise deserted street stop and point, gasping, do you turn and know that your night just got a whole lot more interesting. Anita, the music shifted several minutes ago, but now it ramps up. It's clear that something is happening, and as it strikes a discordant note, you look up out the window and see fire in the sky. Something that makes a note ping quietly in your ears, completing a phrase that desperately wanted to resolve. Shimon, movement, light, catches at the corner of your eye, and as you look up from what you're doing, you can see the streak of light, the flaming object falling from the sky. You have time to get to your feet before it comes down to earth, colliding with the ground maybe a block or two from the synagogue. This feels like it cannot, and more importantly, should not, be ignored. Something has just fallen from the sky in Goldthorn, and you all witnessed it.
I'm running towards it.
Well, I guess it's time to get the hat and the sword.
Just normal things you hear your rabbi say. Is anyone not heading towards the flaming object?
I've been waiting for this. Let's go.
I will say, Maxwell, if this is important, and you figure out what it is, you might be able to get back in the prince's good graces.
True.
If it's dangerous, you could warn them. Besides, if it fell out of the sky, if it's... You'd probably run faster than something that fell out of the sky, right?
Yeah.
Alright, is anyone bringing anyone with you?
Me. Bring my
Ghoul,
ghoul.
I presume? Alright.
Yeah.
Also bringing my ghoul.
Oh, we've got ghouls tonight.
I'm gonna leave mine behind.
Oh,
Fair
no,
enough.
You guys have ghouls.
We know you're weird. Okay, you guys all break off from what you're doing and you head towards the flaming object. And as you quickly make your way down the streets, you're all fairly nearby, it's kind of on the same side of town. Two of you are going to see each other first. Perhaps around the same time, maybe one before the other, but around... You can definitely tell that you're both heading in that way. Shimon, you definitely see someone with some very brightly dyed hair. just kind of bopping down the street like, ooh. I don't know if either of you have anything to say to one another other than, my god, what was that, you know?
Should I describe?
By all means, feel free to describe your characters.
Okay, so, I'm assuming that this is Lex.
It is Lex.
Well, Rav Shion is a somewhat tall man. He's got long, fairly black hair, a large beard that covers most of the bottom of his face and goes down a decent ways, but it's well trimmed and well kept. He's got on a sort of a black suit with a black overcoat over top of it, in the traditional, not the fully traditional, not like the woolish whatever, the modern, but very much, oh yeah, that is a Jewish person, like long coat with a suit with a black hat.
It's the Jew look.
Yeah, the very much a Jewish rabbi look, and it is obvious to anyone. He is holding a book and walking down the street. He's got shortish hair, like it comes down a little, but it's mostly there. But like it comes down to maybe around his ears, and he has sideburns that connect to his beard.
Fun. Well, y'all have seen the picture of Lex, I'm fairly sure. She's got dyed teal hair. And she's wearing a coat that's not nearly heavy enough for the temperature, but it does have a fur collar. She's got bright pink glasses and long gold earrings that are tangled in her hair. She does not seem to give a single fuck about untangling those earrings, and they are just going to get more tangled as the night continues on. Despite being fairly dusty in just about every sort of way, the white collar is still spotless.
Iconic.
And following Lex is a fairly tall man in a much heavier coat, pulling on his gloves and looking around like perhaps not as down with what's been going on.
Like, oh boy, do we have to?
Okay, I will take note of these two. Interesting. It looks mostly like. And then carry on in my direction.
Fair enough. Lex, any interaction with this other man who seems to be heading in that direction?
Oh no, we'll talk soon enough.
Fair enough!
Okay, great.
I like to imagine you're on the same street, just on opposite sides of it, so you're just on opposite sides of the sidewalk,
That's
power
what I
walking in that
picture.
direction. Okay. Well, as you guys head that way, Amanita, you also come onto the street. How much are you hurrying?
Relatively quickly.
Okay.
Like, not running, because I don't have good running shoes on. But,
You're in heels, aren't you?
yeah.
Uh-oh, girl.
I was working!
Alright, well, both of you, if you're in heels, can hear the clop, 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 clop of someone in heels, like, running for heels. And she's going to, like, run out onto the sidewalk, like, 4 feet in front of Shimon, almost causing a collision. And she's followed by, also a man! Would you like to give us a description of your character?
Sure. Alright, so Amanita has sort of long, deep purple hair, I suppose I should call it. She does not look to be particularly well dressed for the weather. She's wearing, what you might describe as sort of a performance outfit. It's a very, like, gaudy, and not really designed for, perhaps, function of, protection against the cold, as there are no sleeves. There's, just sort of like a half cape, and she's wearing gloves, and, like, a bustier and
A what?
Yo, could I get a description on a bustier? Pardon?
What?
It's like a type of corset.
Can someone?
Yeah.
Can I get a spelling so I can find an image?
I'm working on an image. Hang on.
Awesome.
I can send you what she looks like.
Well,
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just send like a character picture? Because I have that.
yeah,
Sure.
go for it.
All right. So, not dressed for the weather at all, you would say.
No,
Icon.
not in
No.
September.
No.
Yeah, girl, that bustier
Oh
boosted.
no! It's September.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
September.
God damn it!
That's.
Ooh, you gonna be busy, bitch.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I am so sorry.
We're
Yeah,
forced
we're
to
gonna
wait
take
for
some
Jewish
time to do
holidays.
shit.
Hang on. I have to change the month. This is ridiculous. I'm not doing this.
What is
What's
September?
a better month for you, bro?
October would put them all behind us.
Okay, we're doing October because it's similar vibes. Correction, it is now October. The degrees have dropped by about the temperature's dropped by about 8 degrees. your outfit is even more inappropriate. The fact that you do not have sleeves in Montana in October.
Yeah.
For reference, on Halloween it is often too cold to go trick or treating.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Also, pumpkins last until like May. Because you put them on your porch and they freeze there.
Nice.
And they are preserved.
That's insane.
There's something wrong with you. And this woman is followed by a not as tall as the other one, but also a man, and he looks fairly strong, and he's currently trying to zip up his coat, but it got stuck on one of his mittens.
Deal with it.
Oh, God,
Talk later. Sorry, sir. Okay.
It is fine. You did not hit me. He will wave and walk past her and just keep going.
That way. All right. Well, it's a party. Yeah, come on, dear.
Not yet, but it will be.
Who are you?
Please tell me Lex just appeared behind them.
I mean, she was coming up.
I thought she was on the other side of the street.
I imagine she crossed the street and she saw someone else exciting.
Yeah, she was like, ooh, alright, we getting started tonight, let's go! So yeah, she did cross the street. Did you ask who she was?
Yeah.
She's just gonna smile at you and keep walking.
I love how Shimon's in the front now, because he has no time for any of them, and he's just walked. He just kept going.
Says Pierre.
I'm sure if they're walking towards the thing that fell out of the sky, then they have a good reason to do so, just like us.
You do know that, like, everyone awake is gonna be walking towards the thing that fell out of the sky, and it's, like, a bunch of people.
There it is.
Yeah.
Plane cash out at 7:45 p.m.
Hello?
Hello?
It's the news report talking about the meteor.
Oh my gosh, it's lovely sound.
Whose phone is
Sorry,
that?
I was out of the room.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Taylor,
Carry
carry
on.
on for us. Well, I guess you guys aren't gonna. Oh, sorry.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'll get unstuck. So I guess you three aren't going to interact anymore. That's really funny. Meanwhile, approaching from the other side, Judge.
Hi.
I
It was very
imagine
good
you are.
timing,
How
so just
quickly are?
second.
Oh, nice. How quickly are you heading towards this thing?
Yes.
Okay, so you were like dead on sprinting.
Yes.
You come around a corner and blast past this, like, I presume nicely dressed man. Mr. Maxwell, some guy just comes around the corner and blasts, like, completely past you, nearly knocking you over, just barreling down the street.
Jesus Christ.
Can I get descriptions on each of your characters, please?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Maxwell is this average height, dark-skinned man. He's got long black dreadlocks. Dressed pretty unassumingly, honestly, for who he is. He's just wearing like a turtleneck and like a long jacket. And she's the jacket's a weirdly like it either has layers or you have like things under there. You're not super sure, but he's kind of just blending in with the darkness, pretty much.
Probably why you almost got ran into.
Yeah.
Are you actually dressed for the weather?
Yeah, he's actually dressed.
Ooh, alright!
Alright, 1 out of 5.
And interacts with kind more than he would like to. So yeah.
Four obvious vampires and Mr. Maxwell.
What?
I know. You're fine. What
Three
the hell
obvious
else are you gonna wear?
vampires, a Jew, and Mr. Maxwell.
Two obvious vampires. A woman who's gonna freeze to death despite the fact that, ostensibly, according to every observation anyone can make on her, is kind. A rabbi and Mr. Maxwell.
Yeah.
Give us a description, Judge.
Yeah. Judge is a, slightly over average height, African American man. Head shaved, bald. Currently dressed in, mostly, like, blacks and grays. Long leather trench coat, naturally. Also in the black and gray range.
Naturally.
Naturally. And is currently running away.
Oh, I forgot to mention how tall Lex was. She's short.
Good. We need
She's short as fuck.
here.
Oh. Yeah, Omnia is like 5'9" and then heels, so.
Oh my
Damn,
god.
girl.
Queen.
Nobody move. I dropped a contact lens and also Lex.
Lex, who's 5'2".
Is anyone here 5'2" or shorter?
No.
Hi.
Mm-mm.
Like in real life?
No.
Cool.
I'm the
Then I can
shortest,
safely
so
say that that is
5'5".
short.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna come for my kneecaps. Well, Maxwell, do you have anything to say to this person who's just running away at top speed?
I mean, probably not really, beyond just like the watch where you're going. Goodness gracious.
Very sorry.
I imagine shouted over the shoulder, no looking back, no slowing down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Asshole. So how quickly is everyone moving? Because Judge is like running. I think Shimon's like power walking.
He is walking as fast as possible without it being obvious that he is running.
Okay. Maxwell?
So, like, 5.5 miles an hour.
What? On
That's
foot?
very specific.
Yes!
Wait.
I mean, that's my top speed walking.
Maxwell, how fast are you moving? Like, I don't need miles per hour. Just, are you walking? Are you power walking? Are you running? Are you jogging?
Well, he was power walking a little bit before, but seeing someone randomly blew by him, he's like, I gotta up my speed a little bit, so he's kind of jogging a little bit.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the 5.5 miles per hour walking. That's a lot of walking.
Yes, to clarify, that's about the speed of a jog.
I know, but okay.
What about the other two?
A fast skip.
I would do anything for Malx.
I'd say I think I've taken up the rear of our group of 3, so keeping pace with as best as you can with the other 2.
Might take your shoes off.
Yeah.
PR, hold these.
Yeah.
God. Running barefoot through Goldthorn at night in October.
Perhaps.
Nina, you look like someone who is, like, at the club and then got, like, told by one of her girlfriends that, like, her boyfriend's been cheating on her and she has to run home right now to go, like, yell at him. Like, that's what you look like.
Well, that's... You got the first half right. The second half is a little bit more supernaturally inclined.
Alright, well...
Boyfriend shot something out of the sky.
Well, you all eventually come to the point where you reach the edge of town and you can see the crater where it landed, smoke and dust rising. The trio can see someone just completely just booking it over, running over, and I presume, okay, like leaping up to the crater, and then Shimon takes off running, and then the two in the back can see there's someone like basically like kind of at a light jog in the back, kind of like they are. So now there's 3 people like behind 2 people running as fast as they can for the crater. Do either of you have celerity?
No.
No.
Okay. So no one reaches it.
Carry on.
No one. What? What, 7?
Shimon was mumbling something. Carry on.
Okay. So you guys reach it not at the same time, but like close enough that like it doesn't really matter that one of you like stopped on the edge, peering down first. I presume you don't just dive into the crater like a maniac.
I'll take just long enough to make sure I'm not gonna like hurt myself. But if I see a like people down there, I'm going in.
So about that.
Oh god.
As you peer into the crater, which is about the size it would be if perhaps Benji hit the ground like a meteor, you can see at first what you think is a meteor of some description. It's something stony, but then as your eyes adjust to its outlines, you realize this is a humanoid figure with long, stony claws, a tail, and wings. You have come across the still body of a gargoyle,
Oh shit.
also known as an aggressive masquerade violation.
Well, I'm entering the crater. He's going to see this other person, and he's going to say, I'm Rav Shimon, you?
Judge.
Ethiopia?
What?
He tenses and squints.
Hey, Rabbi.
Yes.
No, this is out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're basically clergy, right?
Yes.
Hey, this guy radiates palpable evil.
I forgot you did that!
Not. Why are you here?
Making sure no one got hurt.
Alright, I'm going to use Auspex on the body of the gargoyle. Does it have an aura?
Yes, but very faintly. This is a vampire in Torborg.
Okay, it's alive.
Around now is when the other three catch up. You guys can all get to the crater and look in, as you can see these two are now standing in it, looking down, and there is a gargoyle.
Is Judge obviously armed?
It is reasonable to assume that this man is armed under that trench coat.
Do I have any way to perceive what, like... Is there a way for me to check what types of armaments Judge might have?
There's probably a sword that's semi-visible.
Okay, well...
Judge is gonna start circling, like, around the gargoyle. And does pull out
And does pull out what?
a crucifix.
Okay, well this is weird.
Stay back. Might wake up.
It won't.
And how do you know that?
One moment. I need to perform a role that I am doing. Okay, good to know. It's... It is in Torpor.
What god's name is it?
That is a gargoyle. I do not know why it seemed to act like a meteor, or why it is not dead. Company.
Well, the 5 of you are here. 7 of you with the ghouls.
Alright, is it? So, speaking Fang member to Fang member, does anybody feel like helping me out with keeping all of the other people away from here, perhaps?
Very well.
Good plan of action. Yeah. We're gonna have half the town here in the next 5 minutes, because that wasn't exactly subtle.
Yeah.
It needs
They'll
to
be out for a while. We need to move them.
It needs to be moved. You cannot keep them away from here for too long. The crater
Well,
is
yes.
too obvious.
That wasn't my point. It's not like we're government officials or anything.
Hmm. Can anyone lift it?
One of the ghouls raises a hand a little bit, like, maybe? This would be Pierre. I can, try.
Yeah, but why don't you go back down there and help them while I stay and try and redirect? Okay, second thought. Does anybody feel like taking a look around in case we're being watched?
All right, I'm going to take a look around the surroundings, and I'm going
Mood.
to activate aspects.
Alright,
Yep,
go ahead
let's
and
do
give
it.
me... Anyone who wants to pay attention to the surroundings, go ahead and give me a Perception Alertness difficulty 7. 7, are you excited to have someone who can perceive?
Yeah, I was so close to naming my macro. I can see now.
You would have botched immediately if you named it that.
What was the difficulty?
7.
That's 4 successes. If no, wait, never mind. That's 3 successes.
As you guys look around, you don't see anything at the moment. But you can all very quietly hear some kind of shouting and inhuman baying in the distance outside of the town and the countryside.
Oh god.
Not... It's once human. It's... Judge, you know what that sound is for sure. That's Sabat. And they want to know what's up. And they're trying to scare other people away from it.
The pack of leeches is moving in. We need to move.
Leeches?
Excuse me, says the other ghoul. I beg your pardon if I am mistaken. He rolls back and forth on his feet. Did you or did you not just use a rude word for a group that everyone here except, like, myself is in, including you?
We don't have time for this. You
Oh,
pick up the. See if you can pick it up. If not, someone help him.
oh,
must go.
dull,
Can anyone
dull.
cover
I'll
the
help.
footprints?
Not reliably.
The 2 ghouls will pick up the gargoyle. Niall's dialogue has lost its moment.
It was a very funny thing, but he did,
He was gonna say it anyway, and then you talked over the beginning of the sentence, so I stopped, then you paused, and I tried again, and you talked, so I stopped.
Oh.
I think call lag got us.
Oops.
No.
I didn't even hear you trying to say anything,
Oh.
Dan.
Well, I did try a few times.
What were you
It's
trying
alright.
to say?
I don't even remember. It was something clever about helping the other guy. The ghouls will pick up the gargoyle. Ow! This guy's toasty. Yeah, when you look at this gargoyle, it's clear that A, it's been on fire, B, it hit the ground pretty hard on impact, and C, it's been slashed with something. And Lex, you can hear in this otherwise largely deserted part of the city, especially this type of night, very quiet, you can hear the rumble of an expensive but older car engine coming this way with your 4 successes.
Hmm.
You've got
Up
the
the cra-
guardrail. Where are you going?
Up the crater, other side.
I'll help Jules carry it. I've got 3 strength, I'll pitch in.
Alright.
Someone's coming in a car. We have to be quick.
Shimon's going to climb out of the crater.
It's not really that deep, I will say.
Okay. Well, he will get out of the crater.
Kind of a clambering business. Like, if you're standing in it, people can very clearly see, like, most of your torso, you know?
Yeah, okay, he will clamber on out of the crater.
Dignified clamber. And the ghouls and judge can haul the gargoyle out. He's heavy, but the 3 of them can manage it without much issue.
Where are we going?
I have a basement.
To the city. Come.
We're taking it into the city?
That is
Unless you
insane.
see any other cover to hide it from the authorities here.
Into the city, like in his basement, or in your basement, or...
He's going to look at the probably event route. Don't you and your people have some way to stop this investigation from going anywhere?
I mean, probably. I doubt they've helped me, though. They don't exactly like me around here.
For now, we move towards the city.
Well, I mean, you are at the edge of the city at the moment. Like, you're just gonna walk randomly in towards the approaching crowds, or are you gonna try to, like, go around them to a specific location, or...
Well, step 1 is get this thing out of the open.
Yes, I know that. I'm asking where you're going.
He'll walk back in the direction of the synagogue.
Okay, thank you. I needed something. Y'all gonna follow him?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Alright. As you head down that street and then turn a corner, shortly after you do, you can hear, all of you can hear that car engine. Get louder and louder, and then stop, and you can hear the distant sound of doors opening.
Who is it?
Well, you can't see it at the moment, you're around the corner.
Oh.
If you want to pop back and risk being seen, you can.
Your hair is teal.
I have obfuscate, leave me alone.
Oh, carry on.
I'm gonna pop obfuscate and like peek around the corner.
Alright.
That's not what I wanted!
Ah, yes. The no dice.
Oh, jeez!
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Peek around the corner, go ahead and give me a perception alertness difficulty 7.
Ooh.
You peek around the corner and you can see the car, but its headlights are facing you. So you can't really make out anything other than there's at least 1, maybe 2 figures. But you can't see anything else. You'd have to get a lot closer.
Awful.
And you might lose track of this gaggle of fools.
Wait a second, do I recognize the car?
No, the headlights are shining too brightly at you.
Damn it. Alright, fair enough.
You
On
need
with
to
the
get
floor.
closer. Get a better angle. It's like, these assholes have their brights on.
Ugh, what an asshole. Really? Your bright's on? In October? Alright.
What does
This
October have to do with
economy?
it?
What doesn't October have to do with?
Good answer.
Fair enough.
Just trying to keep the sentites away.
The mouse is permeating you.
Well, gaggle of fools, where are you going? Like, I know what direction you're heading in, but is that where you ultimately want to go? Like, Jamon, is that where you want to invite, like,
Oh no.
4+ vampires in?
No,
like,
I'm not.
presume
I'm not bringing Judge there. No way. Nor am I bringing him to a house of any member of our community.
No.
This is immediately the best flaw I've ever taken.
I don't know. I don't think Seven's ever going to be able to get along with you.
You'll just have to make up for it with your stunning personality.
Oh, he doesn't have that.
That's
No.
unfortunate. You'll have to make up for it with comic relief.
I have
Great
one
good looks,
charisma.
maybe?
I have 2 appearance.
You have no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
I in the snow then. Maybe we'll keep you around like a feral cat.
I mean,
Is Judge smart?
Good
he's
God,
not
man.
dumb.
I'm obsessed. It's hilarious.
Listen, I said I was bringing an ex-hunter. I brought an ex-hunter. What do you want?
That you did.
You did do that, yeah. Oh god.
You said
Well.
you had a basement.
I do. It's right below my club. It's not far from here.
Can you access this basement without going through the club?
I don't think I can. You have to go in the elevator.
He just gives you this look of what? And then this other expression, which is just like, yeah, I was right to check.
You
Your
Vampire
policy
rookie
sucks.
mistake.
Followed by like this disappointed.
About
The
what
only way-
time is it now, Tan?
Hmm?
About what time is it now?
Like 11:45.
Hmm.
Wait, you did. Wait, are you? Are you that diamond woman?
Thank you for recognizing me. Yes.
I have many questions. Do you have somewhere to put this?
Mm, I think I'm in the same predicament as our friend, where I do, but not without going into the establishment where I own, work, and live from.
The same perplexed expression of bafflement at like what?
Hey, the taller ghoul says, alright, you smart guy.
Hmm?
Well, do you have a, like, gargoyle basement separate from the places you work and live?
Several. I'm not taking them. I'm not taking several that I can get to without disturbing Kine. I'm not taking you to any of them.
Helpful.
Well, they're as bad as the rest of us.
No, No. 2 people here have invested in basements and don't have a way to access them.
I have a second floor. I don't have a basement.
Oh, never mind. You're fine.
Maxwell's gonna just like pinch the bridge of his nose and be like, "Look, I'll make some calls. I'll have it shut down in 5 minutes, and before we get there."
Wonderful. Let's go.
Maxwell's gonna call his ghoul and be like, "Shut it the fuck down."
And there's a fire.
It's ghastly.
Do you have any politics dots there, Maxwell?
I do.
How many?
Let's see.
I was gonna say, you better, Mr. Venture.
I have 2 dots of politics.
Okay, I will.
Your politics, so I can kick your ass.
Your dots in politics will warn you that if you obviously do anything unusual, like if you are being monitored by the Venture, which you might be, if they end up looking for whatever went on with the crater and they find that you're doing something weird that very night, they might have reason to suspect you were involved. Which, you don't know if that's bad or not yet. Like, vampires, you 5 were the ones who found this thing, and you guys don't really know or like each other, except, I think, Maxwell, don't you and Amanita, like, know each other at least a little? Like, we talked about that maybe being a thing?
Yeah.
Like, that's funny. But it's like, okay, you're stuck with these 4 for, like, the moment, because you can't, none of you can claim jurisdiction over this thing.
Yeah.
But you're sure as hell not letting the prince get her hands on it before you know what you can learn from this thing, you know, what you can gain.
Pretty much. Like,
You
I'm
know, maybe
thinking,
ransom it to the Tremere or something.
like there's negatives with the clan. If they're like, "Hey, why are you doing shady shit? We want to know." I think it'll be okay.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know.
Yes. Thank
And to give an opportunity for if anyone else had a location that they thought was maybe more secure or less obvious if shut down than a whole business.
I have an apartment.
Would you like to offer your apartment to these 4 strange
No.
vampires?
That's my point. I have, like, a room.
Then
I
why are
have
you answering
a
my
room.
question? You don't even have any domain dots.
The funny thing is,
You said I had to have one for an
the
apartment.
funny
Oh, nice.
thing is, Shimon has like 4 or 5 places that would work, but because Judge is like that, he's not letting you use any of them.
Oh my god. Alright, you were going to risk arousing suspicion from the Ventru then. But yeah, Maxwell, you can call your ghoul and have him shut the place down. Like, alright, everyone get out, get out.
At least the
Gotta
bottom floor for now. Like, anyone who's not in a private room, y'all gotta dip.
Alright, who says he'll do that? I presume as you guys are going, you're listening, and if you hear people approaching, you're gonna dip, like, between buildings or something?
Mm-hmm.
So that no one just sees you walking through carrying this stone gargoyle?
I think that'd be a bad look.
It could be a very weird activity, considering that I don't think there are many gargoyles in architecture in northern Montana. I don't think northern Montana is known for its gargoyle population.
I don't think it's known for gargoyles that aren't, like, stuck in their shape, at least.
Yeah.
That's very
It's a weird
true.
dinosaur. Mind your business.
Shimon is going to take off his large hat and hold it.
Okay.
Underneath is a much smaller hat. However, it's not nearly as recognizable. It is not nearly as recognizable in silhouette. For clarification, the smaller hat is just a flat piece of cloth.
I was gonna make a underneath there's a smaller hat joke, and then I realized that he's Jewish, and that there actually would be.
Alright, then I guess you guys are heading to... What's the establishment called, Maxwell?
Cascade Lounge.
Alright, that's... Wow, sounds Swanky, Mr. Ventru.
Well, of course.
You guys can make the several minutes walk to the Cascade Lounge, having to hide from groups of people, including the people who just got kicked out, who are like, well, what? What was that all about? It's not even late yet. We're having a good time.
Poisoning doesn't work on the clock, bitch. Move.
Shimuna's going to mutter something in Hebrew. Going to pull out a bag from underneath his arm, and he's going to pull out a long rectangular white sheet of cloth with 2 black stripes on either end, and he is going to place it over the gargoyle. This is for clarification. This is a cloth shawl, basically, large enough to cover the full body of an adult man.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he got most of the gargoyle.
Well, the thing is, it will wrap around it completely, so it would probably drape down and block
He got the gargoyle.
visibility from the side of the gargoyle. Yes, he's carrying this, because it's a tallit, and he seems to not really like putting it on some random gargoyle, but it'll do.
Well, that means you can, without having to do any funny sneaky rolls, make your way over and then head on inside. To where the place has been cleared out, except for, oh my god, the third ghoul. You people and your ghouls. Which is just a whole extra man who is very nicely dressed, looking a little bit stressed, and looking very stressed when this group wanders in. And he's kind of opens his mouth, shuts his mouth, opens his mouth, turns to Maxwell and says, Mr. Maxwell.
Yes, Malachi.
What? Who are these people? What's going on?
I'm not sure, honestly. We just saw this gargoyle crash. from the
Gargoyle?
sky.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
Right
Yeah.
here, on the main floor. Can we talk about this somewhere less than earshot?
There's no one here. It's fine.
There's someone on
There's
the
still-
other side of of those walls. Have you never had
I've
to
looked
deal
at
with
that.
someone with aspects of man?
Let's argue later when we're not carrying a table.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Where's this elevator of yours?
Maxwell's gonna like sigh and like point towards like the back door of the building, which is like right next to where the elevator would be, and he's gonna ask Malachi, like, "Is the basement empty?"
Is there any reason it wouldn't be?
Well, is it mostly cleared out?
It should be clear.
Okay. Thank you for your assistance this evening. Keep an eye out, please. He's gonna
I
go
will.
inside to the elevator and like get his little key out and unlock it so it goes down to the basement.
While that's happening, the Rav is actually going to stay behind a little bit and look at the ghoul. And he's going to say, he's going to think about it, look at the table, and around, and look out, and he's going to say, if you can bring that crowd outside back in, you might want to.
Why?
It'll stop anyone from... people won't be able to hurt... people won't be able to bother your boss as much.
Mr. Maxwell?
Yes?
Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes, that should be fine.
Alright. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll, wait until you've moved the table.
he will join Maxwell.
Alright, then I
Right,
suppose you
group.
guys take the gargoyle down to the basement. Unless there's any protests.
No?
I'm fine with that.
Alright.
Two vampires, a songwriter, a hunter, and a rabbi walk into an elevator.
With their 2 ghouls to gargoyle. You might take 2 trips down the elevator.
A table.
Oh, sorry, your table. The sheet over it.
You don't want to bump into anything that might
That
scratch.
clearly has the outline of a man.
Man
It's
table.
modern art.
It's a modern art. None of you traitor.
It's fine.
Anyways, cue elevator music.
Oh, good.
God.
I'm not doing that.
X
Devin,
and the
can we-
rabbi walk into a Y jokes I'm going to make.
Good. Devin, can you give me like a 2-sentence description of the basement, please? Because I don't remember what it looks like. Just give me like a refresher of the vibes.
Yeah, definitely. It's just 2 rooms. It's like one big room and then like a side room with some metal doors on it. The side room has like some tables in it, and the main room is just mostly for like crates and stuff.
Alright, so it's basically just kind of a storage / I need to hide my vampire things down here kind of basement.
Basically, yeah.
I have
Cool.
an image because you made this in The Sims, which is so awesome.
I did make images. Yeah.
Ah, thank you for providing. Alright, well you guys step out into the first basement room. I love that Amanita can hear the music change, like, oh, this is okay. For some of you, then the rest of you will end up standing in this room with your table.
Shimon is retrieving his tallit as soon as possible. He's going to shake
Alright.
it out a few times and then fold it up and put it back in its bag.
Oh my god, it's a gargoyle! Unfortunately, Shimon, it's now kind of sooty and dirty. Because this guy was on fire and hit the ground at like, yeah, about that fast. Not really, he didn't fall very fast.
Well, sorry to the Rebbiton. Yeah, that's going away.
Ghouls are gonna set the gargoyle down on the floor for now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Like, oh my
fair.
god, this guy's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Pierre will awkwardly stand behind Amanita, and Niall will just invite himself to jump up and sit on one of your boxes.
That's fine.
Judge crosses himself now that he can see the gargoyle in the light for the first time.
Yeah, this thing's got long, like kind of slightly elongated jaws, horns, spikes kind of along the sides of its head. You know, spikes on its elbows, sharp claws on its hands and feet, tail, wings.
Gnarly.
This thing looks like a proper demon, Judge.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's this solid, dark gray color all over, very stony in appearance.
I've seen some monsters in my time, but that takes the cake.
That's not very polite.
a tragic mockery.
Okay, well. I'm glad we are assembled here now, out of the fire, and simply still in the frying pan. Because I am a bit familiar with you, Maxwell. You are the rabbi for that synagogue, I presume?
Yes and no.
Okay. And so, I think we're involved in something now, so we're gonna introduce each other, we're gonna figure out what we're supposed to do with this.
I definitely like to know the people that are in my basement right now.
I am Rabbi Shimon Elazar.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. You are Mr. Maxwell?
That's me.
Thank you for inviting us into your basement.
I'm Niall. I can juggle, but only on Thursdays.
I love the fun fact.
Is it Thursday?
No.
It's Tuesday.
Actually, it might be. I need to double check the date because the
Oh,
day
wait,
of the
never
week
mind.
was for September.
Oh shit.
Drum roll, please. It's a Thursday!
Well,
He still says
motherfucker.
no. He still says no.
He just winks.
Lex will put out her hand to shake Mr. Maxwell and say, I'm Lex.
I'll take her hand. Nice to meet you, Lex.
Judge.
You are clearly not a judge.
It's my name.
You don't have any idea what I'm talking about.
Sorry to say that I don't, Rabbi.
Ah. Interesting.
Okay. My name is Amanita Diamond. I
Oh,
live
everyone
in
knows who
town.
that is.
I've probably heard the name.
Oh, you're popular.
Thank you. I know.
I thought that your music was good. It was just a bit, risque.
Secular. Hmm.
I am in agreement with the rabbi.
Well, I know our crowds always double whenever you visit, so it's always a pleasure.
Hmm. Oh, I do enjoy performing here. It's nice.
I'm Pierre. I hit people for her.
Yes, thank you, Pierre.
Both of the ghouls down here have 3 appearance. They're making up for the gargoyle.
And Judge.
So actually, what is everyone's
Have
appearance numbers?
2.
2.
3.
4.
That figures.
Maxwell?
Did you say 2?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, his ghoul makes up for the prettiness with 4.
Yeah, tag.
Damn!
Yeah. Malachi upstairs.
Hot boy!
Mhm.
Boy.
Well, now we're here. We've played the name game. What do we do about this? Because this is not exactly a long-term solution.
No, but it is somewhat longer term. I expect that we will be followed, or at least someone will figure out where it is. Your Camarilla will probably come knocking, but they won't be able to force you to move the gargoyle if your ghoul manages to get a crowd back upstairs. I have bought you some time, although I wouldn't trust it. As for what this is, I don't know. It's a gargoyle. That much is obvious.
Okay, you said there were leeches? I presume you meant something with that?
I believe they're referred to as the Sabbat.
Ah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, it's about coming in, and seemingly chasing the gargoyle. That sounds like a story.
Was anyone looking at it when it came down? Do we know if this was just a gargoyle in the sky that was lit on fire by someone or something and then crashed? Or if this actually fell like a meteor? Clearly not all the way from space, or the crater would be much larger.
I take it then we're not looking at an actual demon.
No, this is a gargoyle. It is a type of vampire, a tragedy, and a mockery of creations of stone. Some petulant mage, without any understanding of the reasons behind it, thought that a stone construct looked like a good idea, and made a horrible mistake.
Alright, strong opinions. I think it probably wasn't on fire for long, considering vampires and fire don't really mix well.
No, it would be dead, not in torpor.
The question of who lit it on fire. Certainly not itself.
Well, who do you think might have lit it on fire? If Maxwell doesn't seem to be forthcoming, Shimon has sort of moved into a very particular sort of relaxed stance and sort of seems to wait for an answer, and if he doesn't, well, who do gargoyles normally associate with?
Not gonna lie, I don't actually know. I'm like pulling up hands.
Oh, does Maxwell have... How many dots of occult does Maxwell have?
Any? None. Yeah.
Then legitimately might not know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's perfectly reasonable that he wouldn't know.
Oh,
Great.
oh, me! Pick me! Niall waves a hand. Me!
Yes, Niall.
Warlocks!
Close. Close.
What do you mean
Yeah.
close?
That's the
I'm
term
right.
for the Tremere.
That's what you say when you don't like them.
Mm. Yes. Well, if gargoyles normally come from Tremere, do they like the Tremere?
Nobody likes the Tremere.
So who's the most likely answer if this were a normal situation to have lit this gargoyle on fire?
Dad looks expectantly at the group, like, you guys can do it!
The answer being led to is the Tremere, but I assume that you're implying something else.
No, the answer is Tremere. I was pointing out, though, that this was not normal circumstances. Yeah, it might not be the Tremere, because if it was the Tremere, I don't think there would have been nearly the crash that happened normally.
I would think most Tremere would be smarter than to set a gargoyle on fire out in public. Because that spells Tremere. And the Tremere don't like spelling Tremere. They'd rather spell anything else.
It's a lot of ease.
But the question is, would Tremere rather a gargoyle escape than spell Tremere?
Would they have to set it on fire? Or would they have other methods?
What, a gun?
The obvious solution.
How old are you, young man? A gun is clearly not a solution.
No, that was me out of character talking. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have much of a character voice at the moment, so it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I was gonna try a fun accent, but I don't feel confident in it, so it's gonna.
You're valid.
It's totally chill.
Yeah,
Character voices
don't worry
build
about
up over time.
What's the, do I know anything about the usual protocol with rogue gargoyles?
Go ahead and give me an int politics roll at difficulty. Do you have occult dots?
I do, I have 3 occult dots.
At difficulty 7.
Okay. Int politics. 7. Ooh.
They'd probably kill them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe they sacrifice them to a blood god. Your sire insisted that the Tremere don't have a blood god? You're not so sure.
The Tremere feel like the kind of people that have a blood god.
I mean, look at them. They do blood rituals. And who does rituals? Religious people.
Absolutely.
If you do blood rituals, there's a blood god behind that ritual for sure.
Correct. Kind of stupid to light shit on fire, though.
Maybe it was an offering to a fire god. Hi, I'll be playing the role of a half of Lex's interior monologue.
I love that.
It's like, would a Tremere set a gargoyle on fire? Wouldn't a Tremere set a gargoyle on fire? It's Tremere. They're gargoyles. Tremere do fire.
This is tripping me out because we've been talking about Tremere the man so much recently that my brain keeps autofilling Tremere the man. Would Tremere set a gargoyle on fire? I mean, did the gargoyle piss him off? Oh, wait, I'm talking about the man.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Ugh.
That's what he gets for naming a whole clan after.
Stupid bastard.
Yeah.
Storyteller, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really specific question, and I am so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I fight the sub-bot on occasion, right?
Yeah.
Is there any chance I know about Coldens?
What's your cult dots look like?
3.
I feel like you'd have to have fought one to learn.
Wait a fucking second. I have a merit. Scholar of Enemies, Sabat.
Oh my god.
I might know about Coldens.
Coldens aren't even like
powder.
inherently Sabat.
No, that's true.
No, but
But they are inherently Zamese.
Yes. One at a time, please.
Sorry.
Because you guys aren't able to collaborate on that because we're asking if Judge even knows the word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say no, because the likelihood of you ever having fought a Kolden is very, very low.
fair enough.
Especially
You were
because
you were not that good.
No, that's fair.
yeah, because the implicit requirement there is, one, you fought a Koldun, which is unlikely. But the implicit requirement is you fought a Koldun and lived, which is even less likely.
That's why I was asking. Does the so-called Sword of Cain have people who could set a gargoyle on fire?
Oh my god, you people are saying the weirdest names for things. Oh, there's Tremere among them sometimes.
I do not think they would have been so far away if they did. The first people to approach us was from within the city. Even if they have a way of casting fire, they do not have a way of casting fire so far. Would anyone by chance happen to have seen who those people in that old car was?
The bastards had their brights on.
Hmm.
In October. Can you believe that?
What does it being October have to do with that?
Oh, you poor thing. You don't know.
I can't believe he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. Please enlighten me.
Amanita's hiding a chuckle.
Let's just gonna shake her head sadly, like, it's too late.
It's too late for you. You'll die in 7 days, or maybe you won't.
I'm so glad we have a Malgavian. This is the best.
And a Malkavian ghoul, who were just a little off. I love the idea that Judge doesn't really have a great understanding of what a Malkavian is.
No.
He's just like, what is wrong with you people?
He's like, these two brightly colored bitches are insane!
Yes, yes they
They are.
Because we've got a teal-haired tiny bitch and a ginger.
I've got a purple-haired woman who so far is the person that Shimon likes the best. She seems
fair.
to be the only, like, reasonable and competent. I mean, she's a woman with, like, all of her leg and all of her arm out, and, like, does that. But, like, she's reasonable and competent. And, like, yeah, okay.
I was rushing.
Okay, to clarify, that bit is, like, only a minor
know,
thing.
yeah.
Because not. But, anyway. Well, that is a shame. Because either we were followed second to the scene by the well-known and common antique car enthusiasts of Goldthorn, Montana, or that was a group of vampires.
More likely.
To be fair, the street lamps here were probably put in, like, the 40s.
I was gonna say, it's like, there might just be old cars out here because people haven't replaced their let's just get down to the car dealership.
The thing is,
Montana.
a lot of people have, because four-wheel drive is good in
Ooh,
snow.
that's true.
And those old
Yeah, it's like,
cars...
oh, the Model Ts in Montana.
Also, those old cars did not last long enough, especially the American-made ones.
Mm-hmm. Especially in
Yeah.
a rough place like this.
Yeah, the further north you are, the faster your car wears out.
So they need to be put, like, there are people who will touch up and fix up those cars, but it costs even more. To run one of those really old ones costs more than getting a brand new car.
Activated the Price is Right user give me a break.
Oh no, you can hear that very, very distantly, like something weird is going on in the next building over.
Right. Is there any sort of role to know if anyone has an old ass car in town? I don't think there is, but like
Give me an intelligence alertness difficulty 9.
that's fair.
Ooh, what about Streetwise?
I will also allow Streetwise.
Alertness difficulty 9.
Yeah, for
Do I
you it's
have-
difficulty 9. Is anyone else want to roll for it?
Do I have Streetwise? Ooh, I have 2 Streetwise, which is
That's
an improvement for my 1 alertness.
Ah! Okay. Clash seems to have resolved his thing. Who else was trying to talk?
Mhm.
I would like to roll Streetwise. Oh! I'm gonna need to notice things.
Oh.
And Devin, were you also going to say something?
Yeah, I have a dot in Streetwise, and I just try.
Okay. You are at difficulty 8, as is Lex, because they know this more.
I'm not a car girl.
God damn it! Lex,
Yeah.
you're rolling shit tonight,
Yeah,
girl.
Lex, everyone in this town has an old car. None of them even have the rocket boosters that you know are popular in the southern U.S. right now.
What is the first half of the roll? It's something.
Intelligence.
Intelligence Streetwise. Oh, he's not very smart. I'm gonna try anyway.
Yeah, Lex, no one here even has a propeller.
Oh, well,
All these cars are old and crappy. What the hell?
might as well not even mention it then. Shit.
Yeah, there's no need to say anything. That's ridiculous.
Everyone knows that all the cars in this town are old. It's just obvious. I hate her.
Despite everything, it's
I love
Amanita that
that
has the
idea.
answers.
Yeah.
Well, yes. And no. So, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Prince has an older vehicle. You know that the Tremere have at least 1 or 2 older vehicles. You are reasonably sure one of the Toreador does. You know the Nosferatu Primogen, Clement Ortega, does. He keeps it, like, in really nice condition.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't surprise you if there were more that were unaccounted for, according to you, in the city. You do know that was not the sheriff. So,
Okay.
like, you can rule him out. Because you know damn well he cannot drive. Well, he can. Well, that's the thing. He can. He chooses to do it poorly. Because he tries to drive with no hands sometimes while shooting through the window, and he's not a good shot either.
Right.
He did nearly run you over one time and crash into the wall of a building before leaping out and chasing someone and, like, clawing them to death with his bare hands and going,
God.
"The law has been upheld," and walking away.
Oh my god.
To be fair, they were, like, that was, like, 6 months ago, and it was a secret Sabbat member that had been uncovered. The prince was kind of pissed. Like,
Yeah,
girl, you left a mangled man in the street.
You are the sheriff!
And a car smashed into a wall.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
one of my ghoul's cars.
And not only did a car crash into a wall in a clearly fatal accident, it was apparently driven by no one!
And he's like, wow, that's a real mystery. Cracks open a bottle of carbonated blood like a soda.
Oh god!
Ew.
Sip. That's a real shame that the police will never figure out what the hell happened there, and he left.
Oh my god.
She's so mad that there's no one better to be sure. Like, I cannot believe this. I have to put up with Grover over here.
Yet another of God's little gifts.
She would not use the word gift to describe that man. Test, or challenge, or burden, perhaps.
I was gonna say gift more in the way of, oh look, my cat has vomited on the floor in the middle of the night.
My stupid cat Grover has vomited up a corpse on Main Street.
It wasn't on Main Street. It was on 2nd Street. It was a mess, alright? It was a mess.
Ooh.
Anyway, you're certain that he does not own an old car?
Alright.
Because if he did, it would be in pieces.
He would have gotten rid of it in the 70s.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so old sounding cars. It wasn't the sheriff. It could have been a lot of important people, however. So among them being the Nosferatu Primogen, the Prince, some of the Tremere. And those sound about sort of the three most likely.
Reasonable. Would any have a reason to be nearby? Perhaps the Tremere, if they were doing something with the gargoyle. Actually, which way was the gargoyle pointed?
Away from town.
Well, that does explain some things. If it was pointed away from town, it probably was not the Sabbat. And doubles the likelihood of it being Tremere trying to find it.
Okay, well that also means that we can rule out that it is a gargoyle from the Sabbat. In that case. Well, 9 out of 10.
Yes, there is an explanation that involves the Sabbat gargoyle. It is not likely.
Okay, so we most likely have, or are going to have, the Tremere up our ass over this if they find out that it's us. Who's happy with that result?
Certainly not me.
Judge crosses himself again.
Like, just shakes her head like, nope, don't love him.
That brings us back to the gargoyle then. Are we going to keep the gargoyle? Are we going to give it back to the Tremere?
Ooh, yeah, says Niall. I love turning people back into, their slave masters. That sounds like a fun evening activity that I like to perform.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not one of the, bloodsuckers in the room, so I don't really have a vote. But he gives Lex a look like, girl, you better not.
Yeah, Lex is like, nope, not doing it. Sounds like a bad idea. I am not influenced in any way by this tall ginger man speaking to me.
Yeah, I'm not really proposing. Let me say that again. I don't really want to do that. However, some people might.
Well, it is in your basement now, so I suppose you'll be the one left holding the hook. I have done what I can.
Okay,
Does
Maxwell.
anyone know how soon it will wake up?
Why would any of us have any idea?
Not for a while. Not soon. Not moon? Moons! Not for moons.
Hmm.
great.
That sounds about right. Can I try, like, awareness or aspects or anything to try and just, like, get the vibe of... We thinking, like, mostly I'm thinking... Because, like, if we're thinking about torpor, right, it's a day, 3 days. These are obviously not on the table. A week, which is the best case scenario. 2 weeks. A month. 6 months, right?
A month, a year.
Oh!
Oh,
A month, a year, a decade. 5 decades, 1 century, 5 centuries, millennium.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's look here.
all right.
So 8 is a week, which is the absolute maximum. Then we've got 2 weeks, a month at, what is that, 6?
Yep.
And then 5 is a year. Hmm. Anyway, I could try and get a vibe.
You can get vibes. This isn't the kind of vibes you can get. You know? Like, dude's in torpor. He's really not giving off any vibes.
Yeah.
He's burned and he's slashed and he's hit the ground pretty hard. So he has vibes of someone who has had violence inflicted upon him.
The vibes are bad. They're not helpful.
Well, if it does not wake up in a week, it probably won't for a year.
I love how he's assuming it's 8 or 5.
Well, I'm not keeping this thing in my basement for a week, much less a year. The last thing I need is to be in hot water with the Tremere.
Well, then besides this being a sign to be aware, I don't think I can learn anything from this, and I have no interest in bandying with the life of a slave for benefits amongst your society.
Curious.
Okay. Again, wording. We'll discuss that later, maybe. Aside from that, I think we're getting to the point of the night where it seems like largely we're agreeing we don't really want to give our table friend back to the Tremere. The issue then is, what do we do? Because you don't seem to want it here. No one else seems to be particularly able to keep a table long term anywhere else. Are we going to buy like a storage unit, or like what's the plan?
I'm thinking a phone call might be in order. I feel like we should let the prince know.
Would that not just result in it being turned over to the Tremere?
It might not.
Well, the prince or the Tremere is almost certainly coming. They had a car, and both the evacuation of this building and our walk was not exactly subtle.
Yeah.
So, if you wish to try to capitalize and get the good word in first, you might want to do that now.
Alright. Does anyone have a problem with that?
I am.
Out of character, don't think so.
Nope.
Tan, I do have a question to see if
Mhm.
I might be able to provide at least insight or assuage our fears. How well does the prince like the Tremere?
Well, anyone who knows anything about the politics of the city will know that Prince Carly Rowley is not. I would not call her buddy with Regent Sanvi Valencia, since
Okay.
Sanvi doesn't show in public unless strictly necessary. The Tremere don't tend to attend social events very often.
Mm,
So if they're friends, they've done a good job of hiding it.
okay, so it's definitely not an immediate death sentence to tell the prince about the gargoyle, because it's like, oh, great, we're gonna hand the gargoyle to the prince. The prince turns around, hands it to the Tremere. That's probably not happening. So
Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
I was just gonna say I'm fine with that outcome, pretty much.
Shimon's going to turn to Maxwell. You intend to take all the credit, yes?
I wasn't planning on it. That seems a bit unfair. I didn't even lift a finger.
Raised eyebrow.
Both of the ghouls' eyebrows go very high as well. Like, wow, really? A vampire that doesn't. What?
Lex like turns to look at him like head tilt, like, huh?
I'm sorry.
Ain't that a Ventru?
Yeah, Niall makes some desperate hand motions. I'm sorry, I thought you were a Ventru. My apologies.
That's
Wow,
so
okay,
that
guys.
I've ever seen on your kind.
Well, from my experience with my own kind, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of how they treat people.
Niall claps.
Interesting. Perhaps that would explain your inexperience. I may have misjudged you, young man.
And how did you judge me?
As a fool.
Opinion.
Perhaps now you were. Perhaps you are a better man. And I mistook that in my ignorance. I apologize. However, in this case, unless Ms. Diamond or Cole, what is your name again?
Judge.
No, I did not think you were going to. Looks at Lex. What was your name again?
Lex.
Unless Miss Diamond or Lex would like to take credit. He looks at judges, be like, and this is why you weren't the end of my sentence. I think in this case you should take all the credit here.
I can't take credit. I'm not allowed to steal.
You didn't steal.
I didn't. But if I take credit, someone might think I did. I might kill him.
Listen to me. You won't die if people think you steal. Promise.
Mm-hmm.
Your sire just tells you that to keep you from stealing.
She's squinting at him like,
Besides, it doesn't count if it's
No.
not true. If people just start telling lies about you, do you die because they told lies? If I start telling these people you steal and pickpockets all the time, are you just gonna drop dead and you're gonna burn up in the sun in the night?
better bite your tongue is what you're gonna do. Ruining my good name. Stealing.
I steal for you and you're worried about your name?
It only hurts me. You're fine. You've stolen so many times, you're okay.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Ms. Diamond, do you want any credit?
She's lost in the fugue.
Miss Diamond.
The music is too good. This mediocre ass Nosferatu music is too good.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
I think someone's bothered. Well, he's muted. I think someone walked in on him or something.
Most likely.
Okay.
He got called away.
I thought I heard him, which was why I went hello.
You're good, you're good. So basically this is like a speak now, your name's gonna be mentioned to the prince kind of moment.
I think this is the first group of vampires that A has immediately gone, yeah, let's tattle to the prince, and B has gone, no, I don't want any credit for tattling to the prince. I don't want. It's the only thing we could possibly do that's reasonable, but I also don't want to look like a snitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, it makes sense, but we're not snitches. You're a snitch, though.
You're a venture. You could be being a snitch is part of your clan. You can't ruin your reputation all by doing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Y'all have reputations.
Yeah, we talk to people.
Wow, what the fuck? What's wrong with you?
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
Well, I would love to get a little bit of credit, but I don't necessarily want my name attached.
I think that's required to get credit.
Not publicly, at least. If the prince knows I was involved, but no one else, then that's fine.
Unfortunately, I can't guarantee that.
Well, you don't really come to my place that much anyway, so I'll take credit.
Perhaps it is best then. You two seem to be the most involved in your government.
Okay, so it is at this point that I feel the need to bring up an elephant in the room.
There are several.
Yeah, so we have two people that are trying to distance themselves from the situation. Judge and Rabbi, I apologize for putting your names forth in this matter, but are you trying to stay sort of independent of the sect, or just sort of...
I'm not a part of the Camarilla.
Same.
I have no quarrel with your prince, and my job here is to protect my community. I thought I could get something from this, but the gargoyle will not be waking up anytime soon. I have stayed here because I have been able to be of assistance.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. So.
If this is going to be a lengthy discussion about politics, I was going to suggest that your friend make the call now. Like I said, it is best it happens before they show here.
I don't think that is entirely going to be necessary. Do you have Maxwell? Where's Malachi? Still upstairs? Does anyone else have the key down here?
Just Malachi. He should still be upstairs.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's going to look at Maxwell. Does this place play music?
It does.
Do I hear music from upstairs? Aspects.
Yes. Yes, it's just not this music.
Oh, correction. Do I hear normal club-going music? Like, the place is back in operation.
I would presume so, unless, like, Maxwell gave Malachi some other order. But, yes.
Okay.
I don't believe we were actively followed here. Enough to really warrant, like, freaking out immediately, you know?
I see no reason not to check. And then, as I said, you should hurry and make your call to your friends.
So in the event that somebody just sort of came into the room right now, are we cool with them seeing our gargoyle on the floor? Or are we trying to keep, like, do a reveal?
One second.
Gargoyle unboxing.
Boxing!
Oof.
Well, there is a side room over here. There's just nothing in it. We'll put it on top of one of the tables, I guess.
What are the walls of this room made of?
Concrete.
This elevator, it has a light before it opens, yes?
A what?
A light before it opens.
Oh, like a little indicator, like where
Yeah.
it is? Yeah.
Shimon is going to press the elevator call button.
Okay, the door's open. The elevator is still down here.
Neat. He's going to sit in the elevator, and he's going to stand next to the elevator and hold his arm over the door to prevent it from closing.
Okay, you know that elevators have a failsafe? You do that where it starts closing no matter what after like a couple minutes, right?
If you physically block it, it won't send the car.
Do not break my elevator! I'm already in hot water with the fire marshals. Please do not break it.
Yeah, the fire marshals include the Brewhop Primogen.
They will be
That's true.
She's been here, and she's chewed you out for fire safety, or lack thereof.
Yeah, like, please don't.
No, well, you can ask Shimon not to do that, but he is going to do that.
Great. I hope you're ready to pay for a new elevator.
I hope you're ready for Loretta Buck to manifest behind you.
Remember, you're not Mr. Moneybags no more. I said, remember, you're not Mr. Moneybags no more. The St. Cruz and Giovanni, you gonna pay for a new elevator? Huh?
An elevator.
With your rabbi salary?
An elevator wouldn't break itself by doing this. Because the thing is, it's not moving. He's just preventing the thing from being called. And if you stop the doors from shutting, no well-designed elevator would try and move with the door open.
Maybe it's a garbage elevator.
I don't know. I've been almost crushed by an elevator on several occasions because I tried that shit, and that it has no mercy. It will crush you.
Well,
I imagine if you move your arm occasionally, it'll go, oh shit, something's still there.
No, the longer the door is open, like, a lot of elevators have a failsafe. Like, even if you keep triggering it, after a little bit, it'll be like, nah, fuck you, and it'll just close. And it won't let you keep it open any longer. Unless you have, like, a specific way to keep it unlocked, which usually is only, like, firefighters and shit. And we're not calling her.
It involves Loretta Bucks just to keep your stupid elevator open.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, mostly what he's doing, the reason why he's doing this is he wants more warning for the elevator, so that he'll stay down here. If it starts fighting with him, one, he's a vampire, he doesn't overly care much if this elevator will try and close on him. And two, if it becomes a thing, he'll just move his arm out and then call the elevator again.
Okay.
He's only, he wants,
So you have fun with the elevator, then.
yeah, basically, he is delaying the elevator some.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to leave anyway, so why don't... If we're gonna leave, I don't know if we need to be here with this anymore, so should we move our good friend and then go upstairs, or...
Oh, you seem to think that someone was coming here. I'm merely giving more warning. Again, I would suggest calling your ghoul to see if anything is wrong, or making your call to the prince before someone beats you to it.
Fair enough. Maxwell's gonna call Malachi first.
Alright.
Check around upstairs.
I mean, are you just gonna check with him to make sure everything's cool?
Mhm.
Yeah, he just thinks everything's cool. Nothing's weird.
Great.
The timing of that. For Devin, this is the Sabbat music. This is the track that plays when Sabbat things are happening.
Yeah, that's not good.
And none of you are aware of the vibes except for Amanita, who's probably like, oh god, what the fuck is that?
That's very
Yeah.
Actually, no, Amanita, you know what this is. You hear this, and then later you hear this from your contact that some bullshit with the Sabbat went down. You know this is the Sabbat track.
Oh god.
Does she react visibly in any way?
Yeah, I think what was the last thing that, Maxwell said, like, okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna, like, turn around, okay, I don't think that's true.
Is something
No.
wrong?
Okay.
Oh! Okay, carry on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's great.
That's not good.
Alright, give me a second. Of course it is. Alright, she's going to, start, projecting, what she can hear.
Okay, does that just happen, or is that a roll, or what?
I don't know. I was given this merit.
It is a merit that just lets you let other people hear it. It just happens.
If you want to roll, I can make one.
No, it's fine. Okay, so she says, hold on a second, and then you all start hearing this very quietly, and then ramping up. In your heads, and it's clearly in your heads.
Oh.
No.
Miss Diamond. What does that mean?
Well, I've heard this before. When the Sabbat has been around or been doing things, because, you know, they've been raiding the city of late.
Shimon removes his arm from the elevator.
Okay.
Carry on.
Okay, so we're, with that information in mind, what are we going to be doing about that? Because if that happens to be upstairs. The only way out is up. What was the thing you said, Taylor?
If they're coming here, there's going to be a bloodbath upstairs. We have to get up there.
Everyone go ahead and give me a perception alertness difficulty 7.
Hey,
Okay.
It's difficulty 7.
free!
Oh,
Lex,
hell
I am going to kill you.
Like, what the hell?
Okay, Judge, that was your perception roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Judge, Mr. Maxwell, after Rashomon removes his arm from the elevator, he quickly and surreptitiously steps into the wall and disappears into it. He is gone.
Huh?
What the heck?
What?
Oh my goodness.
Where did the rabbi go?
He did
Maxwell,
not.
did you see that?
I did.
Okay.
Lord have mercy.
Well, we've got a mess on our hands. If someone could please move the gargoyle into the side room, we need to go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go drag the gargoyle into the side room.
Okay. Good news, the music changed!
Mm-hmm.
Spooky.
Okay, what is... What does it
Great.
What does it all
Great, now
mean?
you're missing a rabbi and you've gained a gargoyle.
I think I'm gonna turn my off-specs on because I keep missing shit.
Your character is based around seeing and knowing things. You don't fucking notice anything.
I've rolled garbage tonight.
Prusa has cursed thee.
Lisa, you
How dare ye call me moneybags?
Curse you, make
Curse blindness for 10,000 years.
David, I have a really interesting question for you.
Yes, I'm ready.
The floor, the floor on the next floor above. Is it the floor or walls on the main lounge floor? Are those made of a consistent material?
I would hope so.
Awesome.
Great. I don't know anything about construction of buildings. Much less ones built to retain heat. So,
Yeah, we don't do that here.
like insulation who? Fuck no.
I can tell you about residential construction. I cannot tell you about commercial construction.
Yeah.
Okay, Lena, I know that in walls there's going to be wires or stuff or whatever that make it not a consistent material.
Taylor.
Taylor, would a floor be made of the same thing, or would what it's made of change?
In a residential setting, typically you have the joists, which are basically your support structure. You have some amount of plywood, usually a couple layers running in different directions so that you don't have a whole bunch of seams overlapping each other. And then you have the visible flooring material itself. Typically, this is tile, hardwood, carpet, something of that nature. So you're probably looking at, again, in a residential setting, you'd probably be looking at wood, and then I imagine the upstairs is probably tile. I don't know about commercial construction.
Mm.
Well, the basement is concrete, so...
Okay,
Yeah.
that has answered the question though. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
The floor's made of wood. That's all I can really tell you.
Okay,
Bro.
well,
Wooden floors in Montana? You're gonna track the fucking snow and it's gonna melt. That shit's gonna warp.
I didn't build the house thinking. Okay, I did not build
It's
the
faux
lounge
wood.
thinking
It's
of
probably-
Yeah,
Montana.
it's like the tile I have, which looks like wood.
Okay.
I did say Montana. It's not my fault that you mistook Montana for the Midwest.
Okay.
I love you so much. You are so pretty.
Beyond
Devin, bless your heart.
Ooh.
Hey, oh my god.
Thanks. I hate your guts.
beyond the snow issue, hardwood is terrible for commercial settings
Yeah.
because people don't give a damn about your floor,
No.
and hardwood is so very easy to fuck up.
Softwood.
They make pills for
Uh,
that.
I do think
I was gonna say,
think
this
that we were-
building conversation is making my wood soft.
having some sort of crisis about needing to leave immediately.
Yeah. And then the vibes got slightly better.
Mhm.
We've dragged the gargoyle into the other room.
Judge is going for the elevator.
Okay, well, we don't need to go guns blazing anymore. Just cautious. Be cautious about it.
I am going to the elevator slightly slower.
Maxwell's urgency has not changed. Now he's very.
What is his level of urgency?
Bitches in my house levels.
Yeah. Like, people are in my house. I need to go find out what's going on. Kind of urgency. Like Sabat might kill my ghoul. Kind of urgency.
Alright, so you guys are power walking to the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the others.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Amanita? Alright. You guys
I
can
see no
get
reason to stay down here by myself.
with the gargoyle.
Just hang out in the weird basement. Yeah.
Alright, well, you guys can take the elevator back up to the
Oh, that's so funny.
main floor. And you can step out, and the place looks like they're having a good time. A little confused that they got thrown out, then immediately invited back in, but you know, people are having a good time.
They're probably a bit drunk. They're okay.
I have bad news for Amanita, though.
Mm-hmm.
You come up and you step in, and there's like nice music playing and everything, but you can barely hear it, you yourself, over this.
I see.
Well, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
I presume you're not still broadcasting, or are you?
No. I think she shut it off after the first music,
Makes
sort of
sense.
to get the point across. However, I think at this, it goes from like, okay, this is like be cautious music to sort of freeze for a second, say like, all right, Pierre, you're going to walk in front.
Okay. Yep.
Everyone else, keep your eyes peeled because I don't know what this means. I don't like it.
Ugh.
Smile and wave. I'm smiling and waving. Make it seem like there's no big deal happening. Are we leaving the establishment? I'm interested in leaving, maybe. Very suddenly. Oh no, look at the time. It's almost midnight.
Are you gonna turn into a pumpkin?
with what I'm hearing, I'm not sure that that's out of the realm of possibilities.
Ooh.
Are you guys just like standing awkwardly outside the elevator having this conversation?
I'm personally inching a little bit along the wall as time continues.
Okay. So not being subtle in the least.
Would y'all like pictures of the floor that, I have an image of the floor that they're in.
Oh, yes, please. There's an image
If
of...
you'll notice, the elevator comes out to this small room behind a door, so it's not
Oh,
visible
nice.
to the main club, but,
Okay, that's good. Devin wasn't correcting me, so I just kind of assumed I was right.
I'm sorry, I was asked a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was describing things and you were not correcting me. So I'm like, I'm surely right.
I did not even hear you, my bad.
I can't even find the fucking elevator.
Top.
Top left. By that white room.
Ah, thank you.
Yep, it's in that little white room, and then there's a door that takes you to the main room. So we're not in, like, the actual main
Okay,
room.
cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. So you're not being obvious.
No. It's very discreet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Omnida wants to get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
What about y'all?
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
follow her for now.
Alright, well, I guess if we step out of the door, I'd like to look, beaming smile, nice, like, nothing. I'm not perturbed at all.
Some people recognize you and cheer.
I'll blow them kisses.
World's Tensest Kiss Award.
Lex is going to follow and look chill. She's got her hands in her pockets. Nothing's going on.
Yeah, I'm not chill.
We know.
Could not be more obviously.
Yeah,
100.
people are watching you judge, like, who the fuck is that guy? Who dresses like that? God, at least the rabbi's fucking disappeared. Talk about getting everyone's attention, like, what the fuck? Why is he in here?
I didn't know how I can explain
Like,
that.
good for him, but like, what?
Yeah.
Not the average person that gets access to the private elevator.
Yeah!
Okay, now that we're out in the club, is there any standout situations of, like, is there a vampire that I know here that's, like, the prince, or, like,
No.
Rover?
Nope, no one you recognize. No obvious vampires either.
Okay.
Unusually for a vampire-run public building, this has no mirrors placed in covert locations to check for La Sombra. Possibly for masquerade reasons. Because this place is very kind heavy. Can't have them being like, bro, why don't you have a reflection?
Yeah. Like, there's mirrors upstairs, but there's really not a ton otherwise.
Hmm. Okay, so, things haven't gotten better, but I do want to ask, could I have some phone numbers, maybe, so we can figure out what we're doing later? Because I presume that we're going to have to talk again.
Chudge will pull out a notepad and write down a phone number.
Great, thank you. Pierre, can you hold this?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I assume you still have my phone number.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Right.
Lex is going to pull out a marker.
Hmm.
Lola.
Please tell me it's like a scented marker.
Oh, for sure.
It was a
It's
very
blue raspberry.
Yes!
Just like her.
Yes. And she's going to write her phone number on Pierre's hand.
Oh, okay. Great.
She will then pat his hand twice and smile.
Thanks. He looks back at Alma and he's like, what the fuck?
She, like, a half shrug, like, half I'm sorry. Okay, well, hey, does anyone feel like walking home with me, maybe, so that we're not just sort of leaving alone?
I will.
Great. Judge, you gonna stick around?
If like
What?
if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to get home alive. Maxwell, do you want to, stay here and like actually why Malachi, where's Malachi?
He should?
He's around.
Yeah.
You can see him. He's talking to a couple people.
Okay, he's fine. Okay, so I don't really know what exactly we're planning on. I know the whole, like, talk to the prince about a thing. I would say there's something going on besides that, perhaps, though, especially given the spot in the area. Whispering now.
I would say so, yes.
Definitely not ideal to have them nearby.
No. Okay, so yeah. Unless you'd like to join us in walking to my home, do you want to stay here? Do you want to come with us, Maxwell?
I feel like I should send Maxwell along with y'all, but like I'm also worried. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because like there's other vampires in the building, I'm sure, but they don't know what's going on. If you would like me to, I will accompany you. Otherwise, I should probably stay here. Need to call the prince anyways.
That's true. Actually, why don't we call the prince perhaps on the way back? So we can walk and talk, you know? I mean, if I'm getting involved at least, then.
Sure, we can do that. We need to make it quick then.
Yeah. But, I mean, really all we have to do is sort of set up the meeting, and I suppose that shouldn't be that bad. I hope.
Can never be sure.
Yeah. Alright, well, it has been lovely partying here tonight. But I think it's time for our little group of friends to skedaddle back to my house, particularly, and then you guys can.
Amanita, Lex is going to tap your arm.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to, not like super obviously, but like look you in the eyes and then look somewhere else. Like follow her gaze kind of thing.
Okay.
We're
She's
being
going
watched.
I see. Alright. She's going to, start, let me see, how does this work? Okay, Tan, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How does, with the uses of Melpomene that let me throw my voice, does that sort of project it into an area around the person that it's going to, or does it, like, to just the person?
I
targeting?
don't know. Can you send me the wording of it, please?
Sure.
Because I've never used Melpomene before, except for one usage, and Augustus happened. So I kind of don't remember that very well.
Based on my memory of the text, it does not even remotely explain.
Oh, good.
The vibe I got was that you could choose, because like it distinctly implies that it's a physical thing. Like you could throw your voice to a location, a la ventriloquism. But the ability to use it on people really far away implies that it shows up in their head.
I feel like the wording is implying that it's in their head. What do you
Okay.
what do you want it to do?
I'm trying to project it over to Lex and start sort of asking some questions that can be answered like nod or shake head.
The problem
sort of
is you
subtle.
actually you do have to still say it.
That's true. Okay,
You
never
still
mind
need
then.
to speak or do whatever it is. It's just that it can go somewhere else. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, question answered. Okay, we're being watched. How to approach this issue?
Can you follow her gaze to see who's watching us?
Is it like a 180-degree turn that I have to make, or is it like a...
Well, you guys are currently kind of out, like, looking out at the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, no.
Okay.
Like, maybe 90 degrees at most.
Okay.
Like, you can turn your head.
Alright. Can I try to get a look at who it is without making it obvious?
Yeah,
It's
go
like-
ahead and give me a perception stealth check at difficulty... let me double check something. Difficulty... Oh! Well, that's not too bad. At difficulty 5.
Okay. Do I have any stealth, actually? No. So it's just perception.
Maybe it could be deception subterfuge for doing it subtly.
What?
Never mind.
Deception subterfuge?
Not deception, perception subterfuge.
Ah. Well, you look and you are not sure if you're noticed or not. If you scan the area that Lex indicated, you do see kind of what she means. There are several people in the crowd that are kind of like off and on watching you guys. There is one guy who looks just the teensiest bit too interested. He doesn't have anything to drink. He he seems to be alone and kind of only half-ass engaging with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Tall, dark hair, dark clothes.
Okay. Tall, dark hair, dark clothes. In theory, that could be Tremere, but it's not robes, I don't think, so
Well,
probably
who the
not
fuck does that
actually.
in robes in public?
I mean, that's also true.
Okay, like I think we all put it at 90% chance that guy's a vampire. Anyone got aspects that they can point at him?
I do.
Oh,
Let's see. Is this dude a vampire?
Give me a roll.
What difficulty?
Does it give you difficulty?
It
it's
says
one of the
I get a
five.
reduced difficulty, for like, alertness rolls and shit.
Oh, I meant aspects.2.
Yeah, it has to be
Let's see
dot
what
two.
it is.
LMAO, nope, I ain't got shit.
Yeah, Aspects 1 isn't gonna help you.
I just gotta look at the stuff.
You look at him. You're looking at him.
Okay. Then in that case, no, we do not have a solution for that
No.
one. Okay, well, given that there appears to be someone looking at us, or at least presumably the group of us, I don't want to be presumptuous and say that he's looking at me, but I think I would appreciate the assistance walking home.
Lex, he melts into the crowd.
perhaps if we're going to go somewhere, we should stop standing here and actually go.
Mr. Maxwell, does
Yes.
your door have a lock?
Yes, they all.
How good?
Pretty damn good. Why?
I don't think it'll stop him.
Okay.
I like the music sped up just a little bit there.
Mm.
A little bit of panic for the heart.
just a bit.
At this point, I'm not sure leaving's really going to do any of us any good for being.
Except that we can actually get into combat and deal with it. On the other hand, getting in combat.
Is this conversation in or out of character?
I'm listening to in character.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that doesn't sound like it's in Judge's speech pattern at all.
They're all here.
It gets us away from prying eyes when this turns into a fight.
Ooh, I would not like it to turn into a fight, actually.
Yes, that's not something I want here. You very quickly may not have a choice in that matter.
Then we should leave now and try to draw them away before people get hurt.
Alright, well, let's go then. Hope we don't get stabbed on the way to the door.
Alright.
Right, I guess I'm happy to start leaving if everyone else is going to follow at least.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled. There's bitches afoot.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I'm not great at looking around, but I would like to try to keep an eye out. Although, okay, never mind. You keep an eye out. I'm going to make sure that I don't look suspicious because I'm much worse at looking around while not being suspicious.
So who's looking around?
Me.
I am.
Go ahead and give me perception alertness difficulty 6.
Can I get a reduction on that because of aspects?
Yes.
Excellent. 5 then?
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, well, of course, some people are watching you guys. Malachi's watching you guys go like,
Mhm.
Lex, you specifically do notice that guy again. He's either not looking at you or he's looking at you so subtly you can't notice, but he's talking on the phone.
Can I hear any of what he's saying?
No, your aspects isn't even going to help here because this place is loud enough that it's a little overwhelming.
Makes sense.
So you guys just going to head on out?
Guess so.
Yeah, that's all I think that I'm able to do in this situation, at least.
Alright. Change the music. Real quick. Nope.
Actually, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this.
Maxwell, do you have bouncers?
Yes, several. One at each back door. Or each back door. Each door. And one by the elevators.
I want to get this guy outside. Put them on alert.
I'm sorry, I only heard half of what you said.
I want to get that guy out of here. Put them on alert.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna break off from the group.
Oh, bye. Okay, so what's happening right now? Like, group-wise? Are you guys standing outside? Are you walking Amanita home?
Before we leave the room, I'm breaking off from the group.
Okay, so they're leaving and you're staying inside.
Yes.
Okay. And Maxwell, you're gonna just tell the bouncers to... what? Watch out for any funny business? Kick that guy out? Because Judge just kind of implied just put them on alert. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
I have 1 dot of charisma, I'm so sorry.
You have you need 4 dots.
I know what I actually wanted, but I said what was said, and I have to deal with that.
You're not even sure why your bouncers wouldn't be alert, especially after that stunt you pulled where you cleared everyone out then immediately brought them back in.
Yeah, they're already pretty much like, what the heck is going on? Like, that's not
That's
typical.
fair.
But Maxwell
So-
is going to text Malachi with the information of what's going on,
Alright.
and to keep his hands on his key for the elevator, basically. Like, don't
Alright.
get to it.
Oh, this is a terrible idea. Why am I doing this? I am so sorry in advance.
Oh no.
Y'all.
What are you gonna
Oh no!
I'm going to mosey through the crowd. Eventually I want to end up next to him, but I'm not, like, going straight for him, you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna start a bar fight?
Pretty funny.
That's probably a better idea than what I was getting.
Oh god.
I thought I had a bad idea. What were you gonna do?
You can just like stab him.
No. Anyways, I walk up to him.
Alright.
Nice, okay.
Raises an eyebrow.
Boss wants you out of here. Let's go.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, he's acting like he's a bouncer. That's actually a decent idea.
Did I stutter?
Leave me alone. What is your generation?
Nice. You're gonna start a fight in a Ventru club?
Nice.
Oh.
Ninth. Okay. What is your willpower?
Oh god.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's a
okay.
bad sign.
That's really
He told
bad.
you to fuck off with his whole chest.
6.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's, how many dots of faith do you have?
It only gives me 1.
Then his difficulty is 7.
Why?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, True Faith adds to willpower die pools for rolls, including fit, and presumably difficulties. True Faith adds to willpower and virtue dice pools.
Skimming, stand by.
Can anyone in a group see what shenanigans Judge is up to from where we're standing?
Well, you guys went outside, didn't you?
Oh, okay, gotcha. So he's
So,
just pulling.
No.
Great.
Well, okay, so my understanding of what is currently happening is that Judge is pretending to be a bouncer
Yeah.
and saying that he needs to leave. The guy in the bar, not wanting to start a bar fight with someone who might be one of the bouncers, is using Dominate on Judge to try and get him to leave.
Yeah.
This is
I
terrifying.
think that gets that.
This is terrifying because if Judge is 9th gen, that means that this guy is at least 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, here it is. It's in the merit, not in the actual True Faith text. Yeah, one point to all willpower and virtue rolls. Wow!
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Each dot adds 1.
So, 7.
Alright, that's one success. You kind of want to leave him alone. This is a bad idea. What the fuck are you doing? Were you gonna start a fucking fight in the middle of this Ventru's bar with a guy of unknown power level? What the fuck are you doing? You can't do this without backup, at least.
I have no idea what the trigger for being able to spend a willpower to resist is.
You would have no way to know you've been dominated. You think that you just realized you had a bad idea.
That's fair.
Basically, someone needs to tell you and you need to believe them. You know?
Or you are otherwise keyed into it. Like, for example, if you go in and you're like, this is a bad plan, and then you go and read a note from yourself about it or something, you're like, wait, why did I change my mind so suddenly? And then you can spend a willpower. But you need to...
Yeah, you need a sudden realization that you're behaving oddly, whereas I think it is perfectly within your character to walk up to something and go, oh fuck, never mind, and leave because you realize it was a bad idea. Because that's what people do.
Fair enough. Alright, I guess I'm leaving then.
Well, you just have to leave him alone. You don't necessarily have to leave the building. You just decide, actually, I don't want to screw with this dude. At the very least, you don't want to fight him.
I was planning to fight him, but
I can't tell with you.
Turned into a fight.
Lena, would you like advice on interpreting?
Taylor.
Taylor, would you like advice on interpreting this dominate effect?
Sure.
Given what I suspect you're trying to do, the way I'd read this is abort current course of action, no further effects.
Yeah. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but the problem is that it was this or go with the party. So
okay.
Anything else I would do involves leaving the building.
Okay. I
tracks.
just wanted to clarify you didn't have to, but if you're going to, then you're going to. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's fine. No, I'm just confused. Do you leave the building? Okay. You go back outside. Is everyone have you been waiting for Judge, or have you been, like, leaving?
Wanted to know what that was about.
Yeah, I wanted to wait. Be like, what is he up to?
Yeah.
Alright,
Well,
Judge comes back out. Sorry.
No, I was just narrating the same thing. You're fine. Shall we then?
Sure. Did you get to use the bathroom or something?
Had an idea. Realized it was a bad idea.
Maxwell nods, but feels like he's gonna get a complaint later from somebody.
He's like, oh, someone's gonna make that my problem.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to start taking, I guess, quote-unquote, leading the people back to the bar, but I am going to take a roundabout route.
Alright.
Can I be looking out for people following us during this time? Because the music changed after we walked out the door, so I'm not...
Yeah. Of course. Go ahead and give me perception alertness difficulty. 8.
Right. I'm gonna spend a willpower, I think.
Okay.
I'd like to make sure that we're not being followed. 1.
You don't see anything. So
Okay.
there's the 4 of you walking. The rabbi is still missing. Like, he's just pieced out. He's probably gone home.
That's fair.
He's better shit to do.
He did make it abundantly clear he really wanted nothing to do with this creature.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
And as you're going... Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I'm just dropping shit all over the floor. Oh, hang on. Okay, you guys walk for a little while, not seeing anything. Things seem okay, but the music stays ominous, occasionally flaring sometimes. When you turn around, maybe you see the faintest hint of movement on the rooftops, but it's hard to tell. No, you're probably just getting paranoid, right? Music's making you paranoid. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Excuse me? It's not fine, it's not fine, it's not fine!
I draw my sword.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
You see, there's something on the other side of the street lamp up ahead. And it's not quite shaped right.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Did any of you see that falling star maybe 30, 40 minutes ago?
Yes, I believe I did see it. It was... Oh, I had just come off of a good number. I'm not sure if what the question is. I suppose yes is the answer.
I was wondering if you knew anything about it. After all, someone must have investigated by now, right? Maybe one of you knows? There's an awful lot of you. Surely one of you's well connected.
Talk spreads quickly, but not that quickly.
Well, we're right near it. Maybe you went to go see. And if you were curious even a little bit?
Well, curious, yes, but I'm not quite sure if seeing a falling star that apparently also landed here is I'm sorry, have we met?
Hmm? Oh, no, we haven't. But I have wanted to meet you for some time. I'm a big fan.
Oh, I appreciate that. I could... I suppose I'm not home right now. Otherwise, I would give you a nice... I have some merchandise I could provide with a signature, but this outfit doesn't have many pockets.
No, I would imagine not.
I think Taylor had a question.
How far away is this person?
Maybe 20 feet?
Okay.
Well, I suppose you already know me. Is there a chance that I could get your name, or...?
These nights, they call me Visalia.
Xavier, well, I can keep you in my notes for if you want to come by on any of the special nights.
I might. I'd like to see you. I'll have to dress up. Well, thank you very much. I won't take up any more of your time. You can see the indistinct figure bow. Have a good evening.
You as well.
And then walk off with an unsettling, inhuman gait in between the buildings, and you are dead certain you see the tip of some kind of creepy, naked tail flick into the light briefly before he's gone.
She'll turn around. Alright. So,
Was that another one?
Let me see.
What are you doing? The ominous
Oh.
roll. Funny.
God, I wish that I weren't so popular some days, but no.
I believe it's best if we hurry up so we don't get accosted again.
Yeah.
Hey Tan,
Mm-hmm.
would I know that name at all?
Visalier?
Yeah,
No, in no world.
in no worlds. Okay, awesome. Just want to make sure.
Alright, well, why don't we keep walking and talking? I think, so I would say that was, could have been better. I didn't exactly want to lie, so I tried to just avoid the topic. Maybe lying would have been better.
Now you might have themed at your next show.
Yeah. My favorite. God, they always come calling. Of course it's tonight. Of course it's with everything going on, but something new has to pop up. They'd love me, wouldn't you know? And not in a fun way.
Yes, we do have to deal with some very intense fans of yours every once in a while. Though, and no slight to any of your talent, I don't see you as a fan.
Well, the issue is, I suppose, that they are a fan and that they want me to, how to say, join their band. I've sort of had to respectfully decline a handful of times.
The Sabat is trying to recruit you.
I mean, if we're going to just say it out loud, yes.
You. You don't
I'm
seem
not gonna...
hype.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I've been refusing them. They want me so that I can... I'm already in the city. And I have a way with words.
Go ahead and give me a perception alertness difficulty 7.
Oh god. I'm tired of there being
Everyone.
stuff. I want there to not be stuff.
Lex sees this a little bit. Something comes rising out of the ground around the corner, and then all of you hear footsteps.
I draw my sword.
It's just a fucking rabbi! Don't be an asshole! He's back.
Nice to see you.
Put the sword
Hello.
away. Where have you been?
Not being caught in a basement with the body of a gargoyle by either Camarillo or Sabat.
Crusoe?
Yeah! No! Being
You've been
caught in
doing
a
so well all night.
not being caught in a basement. Nope, that's Leonidas' sire. Not being caught in a basement with a gargoyle by either the Camarillo or the Sabat. By the way, why did you stay in the club for a short time?
I presume he's looking at Judge.
Yes.
I was going to try to get that guy to leave.
That guy?
Someone was watching us and made a phone call.
Did you leave another kindred in the building? Alone? Without supervision? When the table is still there?
Well, it's a kindred bar. We can't exactly avoid that.
Oh, Malachi.
Malachi's already aware of the situation. If something goes wrong, he'll call me.
No, he won't. He's been dominated by now. We should turn around. Judge, why did you leave?
I walked up to him and I realized that what I was doing. Bad idea.
We need to turn around. Well, if you don't want that stolen, we need to turn around.
Oh my god.
To be honest, it might be too late by now. It's been, what, 20 minutes?
It's been 10 minutes since they left the building.
Well,
No, you could have told us earlier instead of disappearing into the wall.
I have many questions about that.
I have no answers for you, I am afraid.
Do all religious people get to do that, or is that just you?
I can't do that.
Wow, I couldn't tell you were religious. What are you, a hunter? God, you look dressed up for it. It's not fucking Halloween yet, pal. Niall, so right and so wrong.
Oh, no.
I think he's gonna end up being my favorite ghoul.
Niall's the best.
So
Niall
fun.
is great. So, are we turning around or not? 20
Yes,
minutes is
let's
already
go.
too much time.
God damn. I'm gonna kick off her heels. Alright, that's our guy.
Here, will carry your shoes.
Thank you, Pierre.
PR is her only supporter in this world. That's not true. She has like 3 other satellite NPCs.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys can head on back.
And we need to walk faster this way, because 20 minutes is long enough that they'll... If their goal was to kill it, it is definitely dead. If they wanted to steal it, they might have figured out how by now.
Remember, it's still 10-7.
10 minutes on
10
this
there,
direct.
10 back.
Exactly.
So you're just walking back. You're, well, power walking back. You're doing nothing else?
Call Malachi.
Maxwell glares because he doesn't like being told what to do, but he will call.
Oh dear, what is it now?
Apparently, my new friends here are concerned. Is everything alright?
Yes.
Okay.
Does he
Has
have his key? Has he sent anyone to the basement?
Has anyone made any strange requests?
Maxwell just puts it on speaker. He's like, they have questions.
Alright, I
I'm
can
not
answer
your
questions.
Telegram.
Do you still have your key to the basement?
Of course I have my key to the basement.
Have you let anyone into the elevator?
No, I have strict orders not to let people into the elevator.
He's good at his job.
Has anyone approached you with requests?
One man asking me where the door that goes to the elevator went, and I told him it's an employee-only area. Doesn't matter any more than that.
Looks at Judge. What did the man you talked to look like?
Ugh. Tall, dark hair, dark clothes.
Oh, God. You've been duped.
I have?
Yes.
How have I been duped? What did I do wrong?
Hold up. Do you know how many people in that club look like that?
There's so many.
To be fair, if Malachi
Yes.
Malachi.
had been duped, he wouldn't know it.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because, like, Dominate versus Ghoul, oh, honey, you're fucked.
Uh-huh. The thing is, okay, the reason why I presumed that we were describing the same person was that the descriptions were identical because all descriptions are somewhat low quality. Like, for example...
Hey!
Okay, no, sorry. Not low
Don't be a
quality.
dick!
Not
Low
that was
fidelity.
low fidelity. Just tabletop RPGs as a medium
Okay.
use low fidelity descriptions. You know?
Yeah, like, his description has more to it, and he does describe the same man.
Okay.
Mhm.
As far as you can tell, or a man who looks a lot like him, which it's possible that it's a different man, but you suspect that it isn't.
Mhm. Like, my descriptions are even lower fidelity than Tan's, but because the two descriptions were identical, I presume that they meant the same.
Mm-hmm.
We're walking back.
Yeah. You didn't
Walking
do anything
faster.
wrong. Someone used a power on you. Probably. Because the thing is, in theory, if someone was willing to spend enough blood, they could dominate him to open the door for him, and then dominate him to make him forget that he did that,
Mm-hmm.
and then leave.
And if it was the person who, you know, used Dominate on Judge, as 8th gen, they probably have the blood to spare.
And
Yeah.
and we can presume, and them having a 3-dot is not unreasonable, being,
Mhm.
you know, 8th gen. Mr. Maxwell, you seem to have a very good heart in a good place, but you seem somewhat inexperienced with these sorts of conflicts. while you can trust him implicitly, you should not put so much confidence in your staff when up against supernaturals. They are easily deceived. Or, well, easily influenced.
At higher risk is what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So you guys are gonna head on back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright. You guys head back and the club is still rolling.
Do we see the guy anywhere in the main room?
Go ahead and give me Perception Alertness difficulty 6.
I'll spend a willpower.
Okay.
Or,
Oh, I didn't need to.
oh, I also didn't need to, but oh well.
Oh wait, I'm actually here!
You were!
Yeah!
Put your eyes on, boy! Never mind!
You guys look around and you are absolutely certain that if he was here, you would have seen him. He is not here.
Great! To the
Alright.
elevator!
To the elevator!
The door into the room with the elevator is shut, but unlocked.
Well, that's
God
not good.
damn it.
Rabbi, can you do that trick in reverse?
In theory, but the door is unlocked. We should try the elevator first.
I meant to bypass the elevator. I don't know what's coming.
If I do, I cannot help you afterward.
What? Says Niall.
Alright. Okay! Let's hope I roll well enough for this to work.
Afraid.
Because the thing is, it'll succeed. There is a possibility of it going very poorly. Whew! Okay, that's 3 successes. 2 successes would have been very awkward.
Would you gotten stuck in the wall?
No, but it allows for passage through, but not sustained immersion in surfaces like concrete.
I would have just popped on through for like, hey!
Yeah, so he would have enough, it would be strong enough for him to make the trip, but only one way. He couldn't turn back around. And if the elevator floor, well actually he could go through the floor, but he couldn't go around and down to peek in through the wall. He'd have to go directly through the floor.
Gotcha.
There. But he's got 3, so he can do that.
Alright. You can glide down through the floor and peer into the basement. The gargoyle is still there. You don't see anyone else, but there is a note on the table next to the gargoyle.
Well, if I walk around, remaining in the wall, the first, foot or so of the wall becomes translucent, so I can, read maybe half the words on the note.
There's a phone number and something about the Tremere Regent.
Well, back up we go. There doesn't seem to be anyone down there. Just a note.
Wonderful.
I get into the elevator. I realize that I need a key. I sigh.
Wait, does the elevator need a key, or does the door to the elevator need a key? Devin.
The
The door
elevator,
into the.
the door into the elevator room needs a key, and the elevator itself needs a key to operate.
Trox.
This place is a fucking fire hazard, like you wouldn't believe. You get the Bruja Primogen in here, like, monthly to bitch you out. No wonder the Venture don't like you.
He's gonna build.
She goes back every
stairs.
Primogen meeting and is like, this guy's still not following fucking fire regulations and we are kindred!
Oh my god.
Hello?
I'm gonna have
Sheriff,
to.
do something! And the sheriff's like, picking his teeth. This isn't my jurisdiction, call the cops.
Build some fucking stairs. Like, that's now next on his to-do list. Is because
He's like,
this
I'm
number-
renovating this whole building because I've been bitched at enough.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I do need to point out that, because it seems like a decent chunk of this party is perceptive, the rabbi is somewhat transparent when he tells you that. Like, he's like an opacity 80%, and then sort of walks back into the wall once he's done talking.
Ugh. Okay.
Like
He's
he
a ghost.
The Holy Spirit himself. Okay, I see you. Kind of.
If he were not a man of God, I would accuse him of witchcraft. This is said out loud.
And what do? Sit in a church and pray all night?
Churches aren't the biggest fan of me.
Yeah, I would guess not, so I really don't know where you get off getting on our asses about everything.
Holy shit.
Peter starts making, like, bro, you're a ghoul, don't start this gestures! Still holding the shoes!
Raises an eyebrow.
Hmm?
The judge just raises an eyebrow.
No, I know. Nyla goes, He just starting shit, waiting for Maxwell to get the fucking elevator going.
He's bored.
Yeah.
That's fair. I would also
Someone
start
give my ghoul a meat pumpkin. He's bored and starting fights.
He needs enrichment.
Alright, you children. Keep your hands to yourselves and keep your feet in the ride at all times. Get into the elevator.
I love Maxwell.
I love this group so far! Well, you guys can head on down.
Oh, it feels so good to play the stick in the mud for once.
And when you reach the basement, you don't see anything out of place. Until you head into the side room and look at the gargoyle and find that there is a note on the table.
I read the note. I do not touch the note.
If you don't want me to tell the Tremere Regent what you have in your basement right now, call me and convince me. And there's a phone number provided.
God. Why did I go after this stupid falling star? Oh. I know why.
To be fair, in this moment, if this gets reported, only Maxwell is confirmed fucked by this.
Yeah.
And honestly, Shimon's probably scot-free because you're pretty sure no one saw him with you guys.
No one saw him go in or out of the building. Only in just now, and that doesn't really count for much.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you have plausible deniability. Like, no, I wasn't there. Whereas Maxwell's like, wow, how'd this gargoyle get in my basement? Haha, funny! This basement only I and my ghoul have the key to! Funny!
Yep.
Funny, haha!
Well, Shimon's going to sort of sit he'll be leaning up against the wall, still slightly translucent. 'Cause he's not wasting. Well, this is the last time he can pull this trick, given how many successes he had. But, well, your options are to either stop the blackmail or go to the Regent now.
Well, we've sort of already decided against returning the gargoyle to the Tremere Regent for moral reasons.
Or I suppose a third option is go to the prince and try and play it into something as leverage against the regent or something, such that the regent would be deflected away from you directly.
If this is the gargoyle that escaped from the Tremere, then I'm not sure that there's many grounds on which we can stand that getting the Tremere Regent involved will not end up with the Tremere Regent getting the gargoyle back. I'm happy to at least hear out what this man said, if everyone else is or wants to say or hear. Although he said to convince him,
He would probably ask for a bribe.
well, yeah. I just want to know what. Because if he's working with the man that we met in the alleys, I'm not so sure that I'm amenable to that agreement.
If you call him, you might not have enough time to try and flee to a different source of protection before he or someone he had told has the ability to call the regent. So,
Where am I gonna go? To my house? My business?
no, I meant such as call the prince and say, "Hello, I have a gargoyle in my basement. We both want leverage. Here, I offer it to you as leverage over the Tremere Regent in exchange for you liking me more," or something. He seems to be talking mostly to Maxwell because I don't know.
It's your
He's like-
basement.
Yeah.
He's talking to Mac, and also because he's like, "Here, you need your advice and your options laid out for you. I have all of the ideas I have. Here you go. I am not involved, but also, I am a teacher. I want to help you. I can't just leave you out in the cold. That'd be rude."
Very true. You're like, hey, what the heck? But Maxwell's looking a little bit lost. He's a little out of his depth. He barely knows what gargoyles are. Someone dominated his school and got into the basement. And it's been a very eventful evening.
Shimon is going to step all the way out of the wall, and the power is going to end as he resigns himself to spending another blood point on this whole chicanery.
How put upon?
Hmm?
How put upon?
Look, you mostly have... Here, you seem a little lost. Would you like advice?
Sure.
Well, someone is threatening to go to the regent and tell her about your gargoyle. You have mostly three options here. 1, try to stop them. 2, beat them to the regent. 3, try to get someone to intercede with the regent on your behalf once they tell the regent. Now, to stop them, you'd either need to find some way to make it so that they can't tell the regent, which, if they made a phone call, it's probably too late. Or convince them to not, which is probably going to mean a bribe, and then you're going to have to keep paying bribes until you manage to get the gargoyle out of your basement. And if it's... or at least until them telling the regent would not be able to harm you significantly. Because even if you pay them once, that doesn't guarantee that they won't just turn around and ask you for a second payment again. Option 2. Beat them to the regent. Well, that one's pretty simple. You probably won't get anything out of it other than not getting blackmailed, and does probably involve handing the gargoyle over to the regent. But, you know, beating them to the person they're threatening to blackmail you against might be a more viable option in other situations. 3. Get someone to intercede on your behalf when the person you were blackmailed to tries to come after you. In this case, an example of that would be going to the prince and, say, offering the gargoyle to the prince as leverage over the regent. And then the gargoyle is sort of the prince's, so if the Tremere regent tries to raise a fuss about it, the prince has a reason to say, no, that is my gargoyle. If you're starting a fuss, you're starting a fuss with me. I don't know if the prince is a good idea. I don't know if the prince likes the regent or not. I've heard that they generally don't. So...
No, there's a medium amount of bad blood.
Oh, well, that's better than the impression I'd normally got. Well, yes, perhaps there are better options than the prince. I don't know. Someone who could both stop the regent and also dislikes the regent enough or has interest in leverage over the regent. In case you don't already know, gargoyles are a type of vampire made by the Tremere after doing horrible things to a different vampire to turn them into one. They're a mockery on the concept of a stone guardian.
You said that one already.
Either way, you should probably make your decision quickly, unless it's to call the person and try and get them and try to convince them to not tell the prince, because either getting to the regent first or getting someone to intercede are both time sensitive.
True. What do y'all think we should do?
Well, if it's Sabat, I don't like the blackmail option because they're trying to get a foothold in the city. But there's also no guarantee of what happens if we actually do hand the gargoyle over to the prince. It's certainly probably not going to be... We're much less likely to get answers about what's going on with the gargoyle. But...
I honestly don't know what
Well,
what's the better option here.
I have good news.
Okay.
You don't need to know right now.
Okay.
Because we are 10 minutes away from midnight, so I think that's where we're going to go ahead and leave the first session of Fifth Blade Reckoning. And next time we play, we can figure out how we want to deal with the gargoyle and how we want to deal with this situation. Thank you all for coming to session tonight.
Hey.
This was fun. I love this group.
Oh yeah.
They are all, some people, for sure.
Easily. What a cast of characters.
Okay, here,
I
Fred.
love them all.
Go ahead.
I'll
Did you
go
end,
ahead
have you
and
ended
stop the
recording?
recording here.
Awesome.